Queen Amina of Zazzau, the warrior queen who made history. Okay, let me tell you about a queen so fearless, so brilliant, that her story still gives me chills. Her name: Queen Amina of Zazzau. She wasn't just a ruler, she was a warrior, a builder, and honestly, someone who could probably out-strategize any general in history. So, let's dive into her incredible life, because trust me, this is a story you're going to want to hear. So, picture this. It's the 16th century in Zazzau, what we now call Zaria, in northern Nigeria. Amina is born into the royal family, surrounded by power, privilege, and, let's be honest, a whole lot of tradition. But here's the thing, Amina wasn't your typical princess. While other girls were learning courtly manners, Amina was training with warriors, learning how to fight with a sword. Can you imagine? This young girl swinging a blade like it's no big deal. Even as a kid, Amina was all about breaking rules. Her determination to master combat made her stand out in a society that expected women to stay in the background. But Amina, she had bigger plans. Legend has it that Amina loved her sword so much, she carried it with her everywhere she went, even as a child. Talk about commitment. Fast forward a few years. Amina's father, King Niketor, passes away, and her brother takes the throne. Now, Amina could have just sat back and enjoyed being a royal, but no, that wasn't her style. She wanted to lead. And when her chance came, she didn't hesitate. When Amina became queen, she didn't waste any time. Her first move: expanding her kingdom. And I'm not talking about a little annexation here and there. Nope, she led massive military campaigns, conquering territories left and right. Her army: over 20,000 soldiers. That's right, 20,000. And she wasn't just sitting on the sidelines giving orders. She was out there, in full armor, leading the charge. They say Amina never married because she was so focused on her campaigns. She once said her army was her family. Honestly, that level of dedication is unmatched. Now, let me paint you a picture. Amina on the battlefield was a force of nature. She had this brilliant way of outsmarting her enemies, winning battles that seemed impossible. But here's the thing, Amina wasn't just about conquering. She was about building something bigger. Every victory wasn't just a notch on her belt, it was a step toward making Zazzau stronger. She fortified cities, established trade routes, and brought wealth back to her kingdom. It's like she was playing 4D chess while everyone else was playing checkers. Amina is credited with building the famous walls that surrounded many cities in her kingdom. These walls weren't just for protection, they were a statement. They said, this is Amina's territory, and we're not to be messed with. And then there's her work in trade. Amina wasn't just a warrior, she was a businesswoman. She opened up trade routes that connected Zazzau to other kingdoms, bringing in riches and resources. Imagine ruling a kingdom, leading armies, and also boosting the economy. It's like she was running a one-woman empire. Some people say that Zazzau became one of the wealthiest kingdoms in West Africa during her reign, thanks to her trade initiatives. She didn't just conquer, she brought prosperity. Now, here's where it gets even more inspiring. Amina wasn't just about her time, her legacy has lasted for centuries. Her walls still stand in some places, her name is still spoken with reverence, and her story continues to inspire people everywhere. She proved that leadership isn't about gender, it's about courage, vision, and action. Amina didn't just break the mold, she shattered it. Here's something cool, some believe that Queen Amina inspired the character of Queen Ramonda in Marvel's Black Panther. I mean, doesn't that make you love her even more? Queen Amina's story is more than history, it's a reminder of what's possible when you refuse to be defined by the limits of your time. She was a warrior, a leader, and a visionary, and her impact continues to ripple through history. Honestly, if there's one queen who deserves to be remembered forever, it's Queen Amina of Zazzau.